Hey all, welcome to the session. Earlier in the earlier video, we have seen what exactly the industry is looking for and what exactly the kind of expectations from the industry, from the perspective of the data scientist or data engineer or whoever. And I clearly mentioned, friends, if you consider the journey of the data scientist, it's not a silo kind of a job. You need to work with many people. Now, what is the motivation? Because you may feel that okay, I'm not good in maths, or I'm not good in statistics, or I'm not a great programmer. Let me tell you this point, friends. Actually, every expert was once a beginner, and you don't need to be perfect. Just start whatever you are having. Growth comes with action. Okay, you start learning, obviously the things will follow you, okay, without any doubt. And maintain that consistency, maybe allocate some 15 to 20 minutes and maximum 30 minutes per day. Definitely you can beat the hours once in a week, like just to start with the kind of the journey, follow the videos, and if you are having any doubt, definitely ask me so that I will be there for you, and let us work together, friends. uh, your future is code you write today. Okay, just a small quote, I love. And each line, each question, each lesson builds the career you dream of. Okay, because this is opportunities are plenty, and you need to grab the opportunities. So that this is a simple thing I want to give to you. And you may be having some certain doubts, which are all what I am going to get from this particular course. And basically the Python programming, friends, which is very much important, and I'll be giving you the clarity about why I need to learn Python programming to become as a data scientist or machine learning engineer or data engineer, etc. I'll give that. And statistics, which are most important aspects, friends, again, to give the insights of the data. In the earlier video also we have seen. And machine learning, of course, these are all the pretty algos, I can say algorithms, where the entire aspects are built on top of this particular algorithms. Okay, that will be covering. And structured query language, which is nothing but SQL. This is also most important thing to write some sort of the queries, and where there is a dependency, okay, of this particular querying as well, to become a data scientist. A little bit SQL knowledge also really helps you. MongoDB, which is another NoSQL kind of thing, which is very pretty interesting, friends. Actually, these are all the tools. Once you start enjoying, definitely you can able to get the best. That also we'll see in the course. Tableau and Power BI, we have seen data storytelling and as well as the visualization. Just I have we talked about this aspect also. To maintain the visualization, definitely we need to have certain tools. Those tools are Tableau and Power BI. And thereafter, friends, if you are in a big project, usually data will be very huge. How to store that particular data, how to handle that particular data, definitely you need to have the big data and Spark to maintain that particular thing. So I'll be covering that Hadoop and as well as the Spark as well. Okay, these aspects also you can see. And then once this is over, deep learning using TensorFlow, which is a base for understanding of the natural language processing, and as well as the computer vision. Okay, a reinforcement learning, model training, and as well as the deployment. Once the model is trained, model, as already we discussed it, which is nothing but a combination of the algorithm plus data. Okay, so just you refer this particular thing as a model. And thereafter, project management module, as a data scientist, you need to talk with many people, not only client. Within your team there are subject matter expert, data scientists, data engineers, machine learning engineers, data analysts, all these things, so that you need to have the usage of their timing in a proper way. And then now we are talking about everywhere, you can see AI, generative tools, and future trends, all these things. So periodically what we'll do, friends, every week, just I'll bring some kind of the industry matters as well, what is the trending topic and what exactly, how exactly that is helping you to understand the industry. Okay, now the first important point, friends, here, why Python for data science. Python is like the English of the programming, which is very simple and elegant, and of course powerful programming language. So with the small amount of the code, with the small amount of the code, you can achieve bigger results. So that is the first and foremost important reason why we are making use of the Python. Okay, it is powerful, simple, and of course it is very user friendly, beginner friendly. Anybody can learn within 30 days or 45 days. Parallelly you can practice this Python coding, so that slowly gradually you will become a pro. And libraries, friends, actual library is something which is already defined and available, so that whenever there is a requirement, just to pick that library and use in the current program. And community support, here support system means, suppose if you face any problem or if you face any issue, just you can have that particular Stack Overflow for like that. Python is having a strong community support, and great for prototyping, like first you design something, and you can maintain that as a template, and later you can add few more aspects. So for that prototyping, Python is excellent. Integrating, so friends, as I said, here only you can see stats are there, and SQL is there, and MongoDB, that means NoSQL is there, and we are having some sort of the Tableau. Okay, all these particular tools you can able to integrate in a simplest way. Okay, so integrating with the data tools, Python is having all the API kind of things, where obviously you can able to work with all these kind of the tools without any hassle. Okay, so which is pretty important in the learning journey. You cannot stick to a one tool or one programming language, so that's why Python helps you to understand the kind of the landscape, and as well as which really helps you to integrate all the other kind of the tools. Okay, and next is if you refer the industry use cases. Okay, for example, as a data scientist, you might be working with some sort of the problem statements. As I said, earlier, there is a pharmacy, or some kind of the insurance domain, retail domain, etc., banking, etc. So that you need to showcase such kind of the projects where you can make use of Python programming language to implement those kind of the aspects. Okay, up to now what we have seen, like why Python is uh, useful to become a data scientist, or why we use Python as a data scientist. It is pretty simple, and due to the high availability of the packages, which are predefined modules or pre-available, okay, modules, where you can directly get them. And thereafter, if you consider what exactly the data science is. So extracting useful insight from raw data using stat, programming, and visualization. So for example, I am having the data, and from this particular data, I need to get the insights, what exactly the data is trying to say us. And believe, just to bear with me, friends, this today I am having some problem with the notepad, so that sorry for that. So the writing is not that great. So, and on top of this particular thing, we are applying some stat models, and as well as some sort of the coding, which will give you the best outcome insights. So the process of collecting, cleaning, analyzing, and visualizing the data to discover patterns and insights. So data science, in a simple statement, you have to collect the data, clean that particular data, analyze and visualize the data, and to understand the complete patterns and insights, what exactly the data is trying to tell to us. Example, friends, here analyzing customer churn, maybe one telecom domain to another telecom domain, the people are moving. What is the reason behind that? And creating dashboards for business decisions. Dashboard is something like which is a all things available, sales, marketing details, and as well as the client information, project details, all these kind of aspects in a single place, which is a dashboard. To create those kind of things, we can make use of this data science. And sales forecasting, which is pretty interesting. In every company, sales plays a vital role. And retail business using sales data to predict inventory needs. Okay, maybe if you consider Tesco, which is a retail giant, they heavily use this particular data science to predict their inventory needs. And healthcare predicting disease outbreaks based on the data trends, okay, predictions and all. Now, the data science is a bigger field, friends, where you collect the data, analyze the data, pre-process, visualization, all these aspects coming into the picture. Now, what do you mean by the machine learning actually? Many people are having a kind of curiosity, what exactly machine learning, because the kind of the terminology we are using left and right. Okay, now you can easily grasp that. Machine learning, which is a subset of the artificial intelligence, where machines learn from data to make predictions or decisions without being explicitly programmed. If someone says machine learning, it is revolving around some kind of the algorithm, friends. Okay, some sort of the algorithms. Okay, this is nothing but you need not write any heavy code actually. Just you can make use of these existing algorithms and you can predict. Okay, you can make the decisions. So fraud detection in banks, product recommendations in Amazon. In Amazon, if you click on some kind of the textbook, maybe Hadoop Definite Guide by Tom White. Once you click that particular book, automatically it gives the Spark Definite Guide by Meti Jaharia. Okay, if you click on Hadoop book, the related books also recommended by the Amazon. And then spam email filtering, this is also one of the important aspects. Sometimes if I am sending a mail, bulk mails and all, are obviously it goes to the spam. Then you have to decide whether you need to keep that particular mail or not. While sending a bulk mail, you also would have faced the problem. So for these kind of aspects, machine learning algorithms are useful. So subset of the artificial intelligence, you may ask this question, what is the artificial intelligence? And probably I'll deal that particular thing next friend, because next is the deep learning aspect. Okay, then we'll see the bigger superset, what do you mean by the artificial intelligence. So now we have seen data science and as well as the machine learning, and then is the deep learning. Deep learning is subset of the ML. Okay, now I can say ML if I am taking, and within this I am having the deep learning, subset of the deep learning, which uses neural networks with many layers, which is most important aspects for us. Neural networks, which is like our brain, how neurons are working and all. Na? So that I will be dealing, however, and self-driving cars, face recognition, voice assistants. See, friends, the kind of the use cases you can easily grasp. Data science, one set of the use cases we are using. Machine learning, another set of the use cases. Deep learning, some other set of the use cases. So that you can easily identify the capability of this particular data science, machine learning, and as well as the deep learning. So now at this moment, we are very curious about what do you mean by that artificial intelligence. In a simplest way, friends, actually artificial intelligence is something which is which is making the system most creative, and as well as it can take its own decisions. And this system, whatever the act you are doing, to make this particular system so creative, so powerful, that belongs to the artificial intelligence. Now in a simplest way, the broader concept of machine simulation, simulating the machine with the human intelligence, is nothing but the artificial intelligence. Suppose if you consider a system and if you feed some kind of the intelligence into this particular machine, then I can say that as the artificial intelligence. Any kind of the act which you want to empower the machine to act intelligently belongs to the artificial intelligence. Now you see, machine learning, data science, or deep learning, or whatever the things we are talking here, friends, all these things comes under this particular category. Now chatbots and medical diagnosis, virtual assistants. Maybe if you go back and see the use cases of the data science, use case of the machine learning, and use case of the deep learning, all these particular thing leads to the artificial intelligence, because this is the superset of all these kind of aspects. Okay, now one more thing, nowadays we are most frequently hearing, that is what you call the generative AI. As the name implies, friend, generation, whatever the input you are giving to the prompt, just it understand that particular prompt, and it supports you by generating the kind of the data. So a type of AI, this is also artificial intelligence that can create new content, maybe that is a text, images, music, code, using trained data models. Friends, here already pre-trained models are there. Okay, so obviously with that particular thing, it learns the patterns from massive data sets so that it help you to generate the prompt. That is the reason whenever you enter a kind of the statement, it picks the pre-trained models and it is going to give the output, okay, in the context. And use cases maybe email, scripting, chat gpt, completely writing the code, original artwork. Okay, maybe if I want to create some kind of the art or image or video or whatever. And generating synthetic data for simulations. Suppose if you don't want to reveal your original data but you want to give the demonstration, now also I cannot reveal my company data. So that what I will do is I'll pick some kind of the data sets from Kaggle or UCI repository or government database, so that we can discuss on the kind of the uh, use cases. Okay, so just this is a pretty simple now, friends. Okay, maybe you can have a look. Okay, just to understand what is data science and what do you mean by artificial intelligence, and how you are going to differentiate those things in terms of capability of the kind of the data usage, and as well as what exactly your activities. Now see, simple, I want to summarize all these kind of aspects. Now if you are considered as a data science area, maybe if you are belonging to a data scientist, now you, what exactly your work is, you need to get the insight from the data. For example, market analysis. Suppose there is a project, okay, where the kind of the sales are involved and as well as marketing involved. Then whether this particular product is if I am releasing this particular product, whether it is going to pay or not, or else what is the current market trend and which kind of the projects I need to release for the customers. So these kind of things comes under this category. Machine learning predict from the past data. Okay, we are having a typical data, and how you are going ahead with that particular data to predict. For example, loan approval. Suppose some XYZ person applied for loan, and based on his CIBIL score and other kind of the dimensions, the bank can decide, okay, whether we can able to give the loan or not, whether he is eligible to give the loan or sanction the loan or not. Those kind of things. Deep learning mimic human like intelligence. Okay, like some face detection on the security cameras. Now itself you can easily understand, friends. In a broader category, getting the insights from the data, predicting from past belongs to data science and machine learning respectively. And deep learning, just you see the attendance system or all these kind of the things. Artificial intelligence, which is a simulation of the human decisions or actions, and virtual assistants like Siri. Okay, all these kind of aspects belongs to the artificial intelligence. Whatever the creative work, whatever the intelligent thing you are trying to perform with the system belongs to the artificial intelligence. And generative AI, friends, here create a new content using artificial intelligence. And what exactly industry example is chat gpt, code generators, all these things are belonging to the generative AI technical area. And predominantly its main application is creating the new content using the artificial intelligence. And I talked about the natural language processing, which is of course understanding the process of human language, which is nothing but Google Assistant, sentiment analysis, all these things belongs to this NLP. Now the computer vision, which is nothing but recognize and interpret visual input. Suppose if I am sending some kind of the images, okay, and from that it should observe the object detection and as well as the face unlock, okay, who are all participating in that particular visual, etc. Okay, those kind of the applications slowly gradually we'll see. Don't worry about all these jargon, friend, but just I want to give you what is the link between artificial intelligence, generative AI, NLP, deep learning, machine learning, data science. Okay, so that you can get the clarity on that. Now if you are referencing the reinforcement learning, which is another genre, friends, actually reinforcement, as the name implies, learn by doing and receiving feedback. Okay, so just if you are taking the chess game, okay, just to move and according to your opponent move, just you can select other moves as well. So it's a reward based kind of thing. So game playing bots, robotics, self-driving car, etc. belongs to the this particular area. So now I'm stopping here, friend, because just to have a look in the next video. So that next video I'll start with natural language processing, computer vision, and as well as other kind of the examples. Okay, thank you.